Okay, so urine therapy, I'll admit, not exactly the most appetizing topic, right?
Definitely not your typical dinner table conversation.
Right, but that's what makes this deep dive so interesting, don't you think? I mean, we're talking about something people have been practicing for centuries, and it's still around. There's got to be something to it, wouldn't you say?
It's definitely a practice that sparks curiosity, that's for sure.
So, we're diving into Healing Water from Within by Brother Sage. He also wrote Hemp Live Food Vegan Recipes.
So a focus on natural health is right up his alley then.
It seems like it, right? But urine therapy, that's something else entirely.
A bit of a leap, you could say.
So, way back, like 5,000 years ago, we're talking ancient yogic traditions, Lord Shiva, all that. But it wasn't just, an Eastern thing.
You're right, a lot of cultures have those historical ties to urine therapy.
Yeah, the Aztecs, for example. They used urine to, get this, help wounds heal.
It does make you wonder what they knew that we don't.
And it's not just them. The Ebers Papyrus, this Egyptian medical text from 1536, it's got urine remedies in there. Even Magellan's crew, Lewis and Clark, Che Guevara, they all mentioned it.
Like you said, it's a practice that's been surprisingly widespread throughout history, even if we don't think about it much today.
Okay, so healing water from within, it talks about this resurgence in the 20th century, right? John W. Armstrong's book, The Water of Life, that really got people talking about it again.
Right. And it gained some serious traction back then, didn't it?
For sure. Even the Prime Minister of India, Morarji Desai, he was all about it, publicly advocated for urine therapy.
And then with the internet, it's like it found a whole new audience, right?
Totally. Online communities, testimonials, all of a sudden it's not just this ancient practice anymore. It's like a modern health trend.
It's definitely in line with that shift towards more natural alternative approaches to health.
Absolutely. But the question is, what's actually in urine that makes people think it's got these, like, healing powers?
Right. We know there's stuff like vitamins, hormones, enzymes.
The usual suspects, but healing water from within, it goes deeper, talks about things like DHEA, melatonin, even oxytocin.
Now, those are interesting. DHEA, that's connected to aging, right?
Exactly. And melatonin with sleep, and oxytocin, that's the love hormone.
So we're talking about substances with very real documented effects on the body. But the question is, does reintroducing them through urine actually do anything?
Okay, so that's where it's really interesting, but we'll get to that after a quick break. Okay, so what are some of the specific things that healing water from within claims urine therapy can do?
Well, it mentions some pretty remarkable things like curing blindness, even treating HIV and AIDS.
Curing blindness, that's a bold claim.
It is. There's a case in John W. Armstrong's The Water of Life. A man claims he cured his blindness by drinking his own urine. He was on, get this, a 101-day fast.
Wow, 101 days. That takes some serious dedication, I guess. But it begs the question, what is it about urine that makes people think it has these, like, almost miraculous healing properties?
Well, let's take DHEA, for instance. The book talks about how DHEA levels decline as we age.
Right, and that's linked to a lot of age-related changes, isn't it?
Exactly. So, healing water from within suggests that by reintroducing DHEA through urine, you could potentially counteract some of those effects.
So like a natural hormone replacement therapy, kind of.
That's the idea, anyway.
I mean, I'm not sure about the delivery method.
Yeah, that's where most people get hung up, I'd say.
Yeah, the ick factor is pretty high with this one. I mean, how does anybody get past that?
Well, the book addresses that head on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole section on the mental and emotional hurdles of urine therapy. It's got this tool, it's called the Urine Therapy Questionnaire.
Okay, so what does that involve? Like, are they just trying to get you to ignore the taste?
It's more about shifting your whole perspective.
Hmm.
Like it asks you to think about the fact that you are literally floating in amniotic fluid in the womb, which, contains urine.
Huh. I never thought of it like that.
Right. It's about challenging those deeply ingrained feelings of disgust we have.
It's like how we're conditioned to think certain things are gross because of societal norms.
Exactly. And the book also suggests, like, focusing on the potential benefits, finding support groups, even visualizing positive outcomes.
So it's a whole mindset shift, really.
It seems like it.
Even with all that, I don't know how many people they're going to convince to try it.
It's definitely not for everyone.
So we've talked about, like, the history, the claims, even how to get over the whole, ick factor.
Yeah.
But does it actually work? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? And the answer, unfortunately, isn't so simple. The book, it relies a lot on anecdotes, personal stories, historical examples.
But not so much on, like, hard science.
Right.
Well, this has been quite a deep dive, I'd say. Ancient rituals, modern testimonials, the supposed benefits, and of course the whole ick factor. But even beyond all that, it makes you think, doesn't it? About the human body, its ability to heal, what we consider waste, what we still don't know.
It's definitely a topic that challenges a lot of assumptions.
It really does. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the strange and maybe slightly unsettling world of urine therapy. Until next time, stay curious, everyone.